The folks that come on this show have been playing the format for a long time. We run cards that some newer players might never come across. So we discuss each of those cards in a segment we call Hidden Gems. Why don't you give us, Scott, some of your original Black Border goodness?
Well, this isn't original Black Border goodness. This is a card that came out in the last 10 years, and the reason that made me think of it is we invited some guests on the show a week ago. We had Jim from Spike Feeders, and we had Cryogen on. And Cryogen dropped this card, and it made me think, ooh, yeah, I've had this kind of card. I've not put it in a deck yet. It's kind of sitting off to the side. I've kind of wanted to put it in a deck. It's called War Cadence. I really like this card. I like the idea of this card. I like the idea of taxing on blocking, not just taxing on attacking.
Yeah.
And it's in red, which seems all too appropriate. So yeah, this is one I looked it up on. EDH Rec. It's in less than, I think, 900 decks out of the total, whatever, mid 200,000 decks that are on there. So it's well below 1% of all decks. And I thought, the other night when Cryo played it, I'm like, yeah, this thing works. In fact, it might work better than taxing on attacking.
Right.
I think this one is just because by the time when somebody's attacking you, they're often doing it when they have all their mana up, so they can choose to do it. But when they're blocking, they've usually spent their mana on their turn,
right?
So they often don't have the mana in order to block. So
I just double checked, and I'm right. It is an original Black Border because its first printing was in Mercadian Masks.
Oh, it's a reprint. I'm a goof. No, that's great. I mean, even better that it comes from a set like Mercadian Masks, which does not tend to have a lot of gems in it.
Yeah, and think about the earlier days of the format.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played a lot of Mercadian Masks cards.
We did.
Not just because, there were obviously, 15 years fewer sets available, but just that there were cards there that seemed really good. Certainly, Rebels had a place in Commander or EDH back then, and Mercenaries had a place. Even the Merfolk that nobody uses anymore.
Right.
Sea Hunter.
Don't remember.
There's a Merfolk that searches up other Merfolk, and that's out of a Mass block. That's from Prophecy, I think.
Right.
But yeah, cards from this block, I think, still have quite a few playability angles, and this is a really, really good find because, blocking is for losers anyway.
That's right. Yeah, the Mass block is weird. Like, the obvious cards from the Mass block all got reprinted, like in 7th, 8th, 9th edition. Mm-hmm. Was Ivory Mask, things like that got reprinted. But there's, the first Pirates were in this set. We'll get to Pirates in a bit. But, the original Pirates were all in the Mass block.
I think there was a pirate in...
I
think there was a pirate in Homelands.
Well, there was one in Legends. It wasn't called a pirate at the time.
Right.
But it is now. It's been retconned. But, there weren't a lot of pirates back then. And, Mercadian Masks was the first set that kind of went, quote, wide on them. I think it gave you 5 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
But, there's some interesting stuff there. And I've seen on your series here, the Hidden Gems, I've seen Mass block cards come up occasionally. They're often really weird kind of, counter spells that do something weird, or removal spells that do something in an odd way. They're a little situational, but they can be pretty cool.
I'm going to go back even farther than you. I'm going to go into Plane Shift with Confound. It's an instant for 1 and a blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, counter target spell that targets 1 or more creatures. Good already, right?
That's pretty good.
Wait for it. Draw a card.
Draw a card. I'd say the only thing you got wrong about this card is that it, in fact, came out after Mercadian Mass block.
Was that after Masks?
Yeah, because this is Invasion block, which is after Masks.
My memory of those days is so fuzzy.
So I still win.
So you still win. Yeah, I mean, I think you need interaction in Commander, whether that's, I mean, this isn't definitely not a hard counterspell.
No.
And 99, 40, 400% of the time, this is going to protect the thing that you need, that, the thing that's very, very important to you. Mm-hmm. I mean, I might be drawing cards with my Shadow Mage Infiltrator, but I'm not, if you murder it, I'm not gonna confound that.
No.
But my Brokos stack, I'm definitely gonna think about confounding that.
Sure.
So, and then guess what? I get to draw a card. So it's
right.
it's absolutely a big thing, and of course, that targets one or more creatures. So there's a lot that, with a single target kind of things. But if somebody hexes you,
right,
or, tries to steal something, it's not just destroying it. It's
targeting it, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody tries to put a treachery on it, that targets. So they don't get to untap their lands, and you still have your big, beefy thing.
Yeah, good find, Sheldon.
Yeah, I love that card. All right, well, we've dipped into the mines and dug up a few hidden gems. Here's hoping that we've inspired you to do a little bit of spelunking on your own.